So this time we will we have actually, if you look at the previous one, we handle the negative value from one side and above 100 from another side. This one I'm going to do a slightly different one where we are going to handle both of them on the same side. For example, like this. So this NS chart, if you notice, I have put mark less than 0 or mark greater than 100. So if this is true, I'm taking through. So for negative values and above 100, in one shot I'm handling and saying null. Okay. So let's do with -5 and see. -5. We put start. Then you go to this enter marks. So it will say enter marks, and then you go to the next line. Wait for the mark. Right, and the user is going to type -5. It's going to become -5. Then you come here, and as you know, if you look at our logical operators, how we compare and so on, or means if this is true or this is true, both are true. Okay, that's what or means. Okay, and both have to be true. If you put or, if one of that is true, it's true. So is mark less than 0? Yes, -5 is less than 0. Is mark greater than 100? No, this is false, but this is true. So in the or, if one side is true, both are considered true. So this is yes, and it will come to null and nothing gets displayed. See, we are not saying weak or anything. We are just handling that in that manner. So let's see how 110 works with this. If you go start, enter marks, so it will display that, wait for mark, and we are going to put 110 and press enter. That will be accepted by mark, and now we go to the next line checking. Is it less than 0? No. It's 110? No. Is it greater than 100? Yes. True. It's 110? No. 110 greater than 100. So this side is true. So in the or, if one of the condition is true, both are true. So this entire thing is considered true. So it will come to the yes side. And again, so in this case, unlike the previous one, both the negative value and above 100 are all handled by this side. Okay, and if you put other values, it will go through the rest and do the normal things. You can try run the and see on your own. Okay, all right. Now this time I have done a slightly modified version of that. This is the one we have. Now I'm going to write this slightly different way just to show you a small difference. See, in here we are checking for less than 0 or greater than 100, whereas on this side we are checking for marks greater or equal to 0 and mark less or equal to 35. So n means both have to be true. Okay, so actually this NS chart and this NS chart does the same thing. There is no difference. Only thing is negative values and above 100 are handled on this side by this NS chart, whereas if you dry run through for -5 or 110 or any value above 100, it will be going through this side and coming to here and handled by this one. So that's the only difference. In this one, this will be handling. In this NS chart, this will handle. Other than that, the outcome of these two NS chart are identically same. So, for example, if we put -5, is it greater or equal to 0? No. Is it less or equal to 35? No. Less or equal to 35, true, but greater or equal to 0 because 35, no, less than 35, -5. But this is false. But since we are using and needs this should be true as well as this should be true for it to become yes. Whereas or, if one of these is true, the entire thing is true. So since I used and, even though this condition is becoming true, this is false. Therefore, this entire thing is considered false and it will go to the no side. Similarly, this will also become false. It will go here. This will become false. It will go here. This will become false. It will come through this and do the 0 or above 100 for this. So this is just for you to compare and see another slightly different version. You may have written totally something else. Just dry run through that and make sure it works for all these valid values as well as all these invalid values. Now we'll do slightly a different version. Now see, this is what I was talking. Here we have a or condition checking. Here we have a end condition checking. Okay, so both will give you the same result, outcome, even though they are done in slightly different ways. The outcome of the two NS chart is identical. So only problem is if you put a negative value or a greater than 100 value, nothing appears on the screen. That's the only problem. So let's see how we can solve that by giving an error message. Okay, same problem. If it is negative value or above 100, we are going to give some kind of error message. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this version is our original version with the end. Now in this one, it will come through this and do nothing when it is negative or greater than 100. Okay, nothing will happen. So we can write another version with the error message just as this. The same exact identical thing. Only difference I have done is here we have a null, whereas instead of null I am giving a message saying if you come through this side, if you are coming here, display this on the screen. So the user will see invalid. You can say invalid number or in whatever. I'm just saying invalid. If it is a negative value or a above 100 number, it's going to give the message invalid to the user. So the user will see there is a problem. Whereas this NS chart will show nothing on the screen. That's the difference between these two. Other than that, everything else is same. If you match it, you get mark, mark greater or equal to 0 and mark less than or equal to 35, same thing. Mark greater than 35, less or equal to 50, mark greater than, exact identical thing. Only difference is this one. Here I have put null, meaning saying don't do anything, whereas here I have displayed a message. So this is a better version in the sense of the user, because the user will get some kind of response if they enter some invalid value, because you have to expect the user to type whatever they want to type, right? So if he types something wrong, the program or the NS chart or whatever you're doing should trap that, catch that and inform the user. Whereas this one doesn't do that. It's catching it, but nothing is being told to the user, whereas this one will tell the user that it is invalid. So the error message is part of the NS chart in this case. Okay. Right. So that brings us to the end of this. If you have any doubts or problems, please put that in the group. Thank you very much.